Ignore all of the stuff in the corner there that's falling out of the closet. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to do what's probably the most requested video, which is a tour of my doll room. Doll room slash office. I'm gonna try to go through it pretty quickly because there's like a ton of dolls and I don't want this video to be like hours long. So I probably won't linger too much on any specific doll or like category, but definitely let me know if there's anything you want to see more of or if you have any questions about in the comments, and I will either answer your questions or maybe just do a video if it's like something that you guys really want to see. Okay, so let's go. All right, so starting when you come into my like office room, this is probably the first thing you notice, which is the giant wall of Rainbow High dolls right there. To my knowledge, I own every Rainbow High doll that has ever been made. I try to organize them by like color mostly, so I'll kind of go through them really quickly. I'm not gonna go up there actually. So you can see I try to organize them by color mostly. Some of them aren't in like the best position, but those are like the grayscale into the pink ones. And then over here, I have more of the pink ones, and then red into orange, orange into like yellowy colors. They're divided by hair color, by the way, not by like outfit color. And then yellow into the like chartreuse. Over here, we have the more like blue green colors, or green into blue-green, and then blue. And then the more like indigo-ish blues, which kind of lead into the purples. There's the rest of them. So I believe this is every Rainbow High doll. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. So that's my Rainbow High doll collection. Over on this wall, we have, right now I have all these Disney designer dolls. These were the Disney designer princesses. So I just have them organized by like their release date. So starting at Jasmine up there, she was the first one. And then I'm probably going to sell some of these soon, honestly. I didn't love these. And then over here in the corner, I think we have Cinderella. Yeah, they're kind of all jammed in here. And then down here, these are the original Disney designer villains. They're really cool, actually. I actually really liked these, except for like Ursula, honestly. Ursula's like the one I didn't really care for. But they're super cool. And on this wall over here, it's still the same wall actually. Up top, I have more Rainbow High dolls. I have some inbox Rainbow High dolls. This is actually the Lily Chang, one of the numbered editions. I don't remember which number I have. It's hard to tell, but that's why she's still in the box, because she is one of the numbered ones. And then I did keep one of the Maria Garcia dolls in the box as well, so I could have the like light up effect still. And then I have Tinkerbell up here. She's still here. That's a painting that my mom did. People have asked about that painting before. I did not paint that. My mother did many years ago. And then there's a Gaston doll. And then it starts to get like more of a hodgepodge as we go through the rest of the room. So here we have, this is the Tomy doll. A lot of people have asked about this doll. This is a ball jointed doll. She is not custom. This is like a really easy doll to find. She's not cheap. I think I paid like a little bit less than $200 for her, but she is mass produced for people who are asking about her. I have one of the Diadem Wear Toast Barbies over here. And then these are Integrity Toys dolls. These are just the three that I have there in like gowns, which is why they have all this space over here. And then if we go down here, I have some of the Disney Designer Creative Soul dolls, or they're not designer dolls, sorry. The Disney Creative Soul dolls are right there. I still have some of those to unbox. And then these are some of my inbox dolls. I have a, what's her name? Oh my God, Raven Queen. And then I have a Wicked Witch of the West doll and a Trixie Mattel doll right there, which I probably will never unbox any of those dolls. And then I have another Roxy Grand down here, still on the box. And then I have a Bratz doll right there. This is like the view that you guys usually see if you're watching my videos. Like there's my chair, and then... So I kind of try to make this corner look as nice as possible because that's what you guys usually will see when I'm filming. And then up top we have some of my Disney limited edition 17-inch dolls. I don't have a ton of these. In fact, I think the only ones that I have are like right here in the camera view. Oh, So yeah, I only have like a handful of the 17-inch dolls. I like them though. I just think they're very expensive and they're just not my favorite. Like, I'd rather spend more money on, like, Integrity dolls. I do have a shelf up here right now for Monster High G3. Honestly, there was other things here. I think I had Rainbow High dolls up here or something, but I recently moved them when I put up all those new shelves for the Rainbow High dolls, so now that's just what's there for right now. I honestly don't love G3, so they'll probably get moved around a little bit more. And then I have more Integrity Toys dolls over here. These are some of my favorite dolls. There's, like, a Poppy Parker doll, and... some of the East 59th dolls, New Face doll, and then it's a Fashion Royalty doll. And then over here we have some of these are reproductions. I don't have any of the original G1 Monster High dolls, but I do have the 4 reproductions. I somehow was lucky enough to get them, although some of mine are really busted. Like, look at his face. Look how misprinted this cat's face is. Like, isn't that crazy? Anyway, so these are my reproductions of Monster High dolls. And then the bottom shelf down here, I just have the Haunt Couture dolls still in box. The only one I never got was Draculara. I just missed her, and she was very expensive secondhand, so I never bought her. And then I do have the Frankie Voltagious doll, the Halliday doll, and this is like the Frankenstein set. I don't love the way I have these displayed, but they're just kind of like crammed in there right now. I don't know. I'll probably move them around a little bit at some point. And then over here, so this wall is like really weirdly shaped. That kind of like dips in over here. So I don't have anything displayed on that wall, but I probably will eventually put something over there. This part over here is like the entrance to the room. So I do have a small shelf of OMG dolls. I have a ton of OMG dolls in storage. These are just the ones that I have on display. But I have probably like 50 to 100 OMG dolls in total. I just don't display them all because they're not my favorite. Down here, this is just random like hodgepodge of stuff. I've got like, I don't know, pop vinyls, books, more pop vinyls, some like Japanese anime figures. There's really nothing like crazy here. It's all like horror kind of stuff that I have over here. Okay, so this is the other wall of the room. So... there's a lot going on over here. This wall is probably the most random. So up here I have some vintage Barbies. I have 4 of the Marilyn Monroe Barbies, and those are from like the 90s to the early 2000s. They're not really that rare. I just really like Marilyn Monroe. And then I do have I have the 2 gay pride releases that came out last year. So they did, Mattel did the Laverne Cox doll, and then there's the gay pride Bratz dolls. Down here we've got like a random assortment of like Cruella de Vil dolls. I've shown all of these in separate videos, so this isn't like the best display. I just don't have that much space. So like it just is what it is. There's the Wicked Witch of the West dolls that I have. And then this is just like random stuff. There's some Living Dead dolls there. There's some of the I Love You Forever dolls just kind of stuffed in a corner. There's some of the Inspiring Women Barbies. Those are really cute. And then I have, back in this corner, these are the Dia de Muertos Barbies from last year. They're just kind of being covered up. These Barbie Looks dolls just came in the mail, so these aren't usually here. I'm actually going to unbox all of these, I think, so those are going to go somewhere else. They're not going to take up as much space, but for right now, that's where they are. And down here, this is just so random. These are like more Living Dead dolls. There's some like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure anime figures from the 5 minutes where I was into anime figures. And then behind them, don't even look. It's just like a bunch of random dolls that fell over. So that's the shelf that like time forgot. Okay, so let's actually go up here first. So up top here, these are my Disney designer villains masquerade dolls. So to my knowledge, I think I have all of the Disney designer villains, except for some of the random ones that were in like the other series, like the Folk Tale series or whatever. There were some random ones they released, but there's only 2 full sets of Disney designer villains. There was these masquerade dolls, and then there was the ones I showed earlier. But these are probably some of the best Disney villain dolls they've ever done. I wish I had them displayed better. This is just all I have space for right now. But they're so cool. I might do a whole video on these one day. I just keep them in box because I think they look really good in box, but they're very cool. And then up here I have the Darth Vader Barbie. She's the only one of the Star Wars Barbies I actually have, and her box is such a weird shape that I don't know where to put her. She just kind of moves around a lot. There's the Looks Barbies. And then, so over here I have the Pink Collection Barbies. I've never unboxed any of these, but I have been tempted to because I kind of... I want to steal some of their dresses and put them on Integrity Toys dolls, honestly. But then also, this particular doll, I think she is the prettiest of all of the pink Barbie dolls, or the pink collection Barbie dolls, I should say. However, she has like the worst dress. So I'm kind of tempted to just kind of like take them all out of the box and kind of redress them and do different things. I do kind of like the way it looks as just like a block of pink right here, but also, I don't know. And then up here we have one of the Mark Ryden Barbies. That's the Barbie B Barbie. And then the pop pink Barbie. And then under her I have the Surrealist Ball Barbies. These are really cool. I did a whole video about the Mark Ryden Barbies, so you can check that out if you want to see more of those. Here we just have some of the Looks dolls and then a Barbie Extra. They're just kind of chilling. They're just kind of chilling. Just like random dolls chilling there. And then down, as we get closer to the ground, it gets even more random. So there's some pop vinyls. I think I have all the Barbie pop vinyls. I could be missing some. I don't really collect pop vinyls like aggressively, but they just fit so perfectly in those little holes there that I couldn't resist them. Here's some of my Ken dolls. I do have some of the collector Kens, the King Ocean Ken. And then that is the King of the Crystal Caves Ken, I believe. I don't know if I've ever talked about this doll before. He's pretty cool, though. I actually really like him. I think he's one of the coolest collector Kens they've ever done. It's like a sword and everything. And then as we get closer to the ground, I have, this is the 40th anniversary Ken, and then the 50th, I think? Is this the 50th? Yeah. And the 50th. So for the 50th anniversary, instead of doing a Ken doll, they did Happy Birthday Ken Barbie. This doll was actually very controversial. People called it like super sexist and whatnot. I mean, I think she's pretty. I don't know. It's kind of weird that for Ken's birthday, instead of doing Ken, they just did Barbie, but also, I mean, that's Mattel. I just love the way that Jet Dawson was displayed in the box, so I bought 2 of her. Because she went on sale at one point, and I got this one for like less than $20, I feel like. She got so cheap. I do have one of the Rewind Barbies here. I never unboxed her. I probably will eventually. I don't know. I bought her, and I was going to unbox her, and I just never did. And then down here, this is just an OMG doll. This I probably will unbox soon. Honestly, I just stuck this down here because it fit pretty nicely into the slot. And I do have animals, so I don't like to put expensive dolls down at the bottom of these shelves because you never know. I mean, my animals are pretty good, but you just never know. But yeah, so that's that. Ignore all of the stuff in the corner there that's falling out of the closet. But yeah, that's what that shelf looks like. This shelf, by the way, this is actually a custom-made shelf that one of my friends actually made for me. It was originally supposed to be like a plant stand, which is why it's so kind of asymmetrical and weird. But I just use it to hold dolls now because, I don't know. It's honestly not the most space efficient. Like, I think that if I got rid of it and I just put like a bunch of like regular shelves there, I would probably get more use out of the space, but I do kind of like the way it looks with all the Barbies stacked on top of it. So I kind of like clutter though. So that's just me. I don't know. But what I did want to show also is that, so I store a lot of dolls in this room. So a lot of times shelving units of any kind have some sort of depth that like you can hide things. If you do inbox dolls, you can hide things behind. So I have all kinds of dolls hidden back here, like dolls that I just don't have a good place to display, just like random old dolls. But I just kind of hide them back here because some of these are kind of a little bit rare and some of them are kind of valuable and some of them not so much. I mean, that's just a Hasbro doll. But like this Cruella de Vil doll, for instance, she's pretty valuable. I just don't really have a good place to display her. And then same I would say with this Princess Leia doll. This is actually a D23 doll, but I just don't have a good place to display these dolls. So they just kind of end up stuffed behind things. But I like to keep anything that's like valuable or expensive in this room because I just don't trust it in my basement. So that's kind of it. I mean, that's the room that you see here that I'm always sitting in. There's a lot of dolls packed in here, but it's not even my whole collection. Somebody recently asked me, do I display my entire collection? As you can see, no. I do have most of my collection in this room, but on a lot of these shelves, it's like hidden behind other things. Like these shelves behind me, there's like boxes of dolls behind these boxes of dolls. So I tend to store a lot of it near me because I don't want it to be in like a not temperature controlled area like my basement. But I do have a ton of like Playline dolls, like OMG dolls, and just like random dolls. Like I think I have a Blythe doll somewhere. There's a bunch of dolls I have like in a sealed tub in the basement as well. Maybe we'll go through that at some point if you guys care. I don't know. Please let me know if you have any questions about any of the dolls that I showed or didn't show, or if you want me to do any videos about any specific dolls. There's certain ones that people ask me a lot of questions about, like the Tommy doll and some of the Living Dead dolls. So like some of the weirder dolls that aren't like major doll lines. So, oh, I don't know if I mentioned, there's a Maya Rain. the big Amira back there. She's just chilling. And please like, comment, subscribe if you did like this kind of content. It really helps me out a lot, and I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.